welcome back to another Retro Rewind, where I show off some retro gameplay, talk a little bit about the game, and then give you my opinion on it. Today's game we're going to be taking a look at is F-Zero from the Super Nintendo. F-Zero is a futuristic racing game, and it was developed and published by Nintendo, and it was also a launch title for the Super Nintendo. So this game is actually set in the year 2560, where multi-billionaires created a new form of entertainment based on Formula One races called F-Zero. So what you do is you choose from 4 characters or 4 racers or hover cars, and each of them has their own unique pros and cons, so you pretty much pick however your playstyle is. And then you race against computer-controlled opponents. Unfortunately, this game is single player. I would have liked for it to be, maybe a 2-player thing, but it is only single player, so you're gonna have to do ye old pass the controller around to your family and friends. There are 3 racing leagues, Knight, Queen, and King, and each of those leagues has 5 tracks, so you play on a total of 15 tracks. And the tracks will look familiar because it starts off in the Knight League, fairly simple kind of tracks, and then as you go up the leagues, the tracks are similar, but they just add some things to make it more difficult. As you're making your way through the tracks, you're going to have to navigate some hazards like some slip zones and magnets. There's some little slowdown spots. You also have to be very careful on the edges or it will steal your power and you will blow up. Also, if you happen to leap your way out of the track, you will also blow up. Thankfully though, if you do lose some power, there is a way that you can regenerate some of your power. It's usually close to that starting line there as you pass it. It's usually on the left or right side, and it helps you regain some of your power health. Kind of like a little pit stop. Each time you cross that line for a lap, you do gain super jet boosts. So the super jet boosts usually come in handy if you're getting a little far behind. Me personally, I kind of like to use them when I'm around the turn close to that finish line and use a little jet boost and pow my way right through. Now, what is my opinion on this game? Honestly, I still love playing it. I grew up playing this game with my siblings. Always did the old pass the controller. I mean, that's how we had to play it. I was never that great at it, especially in the harder level leagues, but I really did have a great time with it. My brother was way more better at this than I was, but I loved playing it. I enjoyed playing it, and as you can see here and there, I've bopped those walls many a times and blown up, but it was a really great time to be had. And yeah, I know, it's not 4K pristine graphics or anything, but the game still functions. It's there, the mechanics are there, the meat and potatoes are there. So if you enjoy racing games and you don't really care too much about the graphics, it's a great game. It's really fun. I love the music. The music is so familiar. I love listening to it while racing through my little track there. So this is definitely a game that I still love to play. Definitely one of my favorites on the Super Nintendo. If you have not played it, I highly suggest giving it a chance. Okay? It's not Gran Turismo or anything like that, but just think of it in the vein of a nice simple racing game and have some fun. Alright, that wraps up this Retro Rewind featuring F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Let me know your thoughts on F-Zero if you ever played it before. How far did you make it? I have made it to the King League, but super duper duper difficult for me, and I don't remember ever actually beating it. But let me know, have you ever gone through all 15 tracks? And if you have not played this, is this something that you would consider playing? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next Retro Rewind. Have a good one.